Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Keyzon McNeil Show. Before we get started, I want to say thank you. We are approaching 18,000 subscribers. That is amazing. I'm grateful and I'm appreciative. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'll definitely make sure that I keep bringing that heat, bringing you real facts in reference to career and financial hacks and things of that nature. But again, I just wanted to take some time to thank everyone for supporting the channel. Now, let's jump into this. I just met with a client today. Well, got their policy approved today, but we actually met about 3 weeks ago. So they were interested in an active plan, right? They wanted to secure some funds for their child for college. They have a 2-year-old daughter, and we had a great conversation. They are already clients of mine. They have cash value policies right now. The husband has a whole life, and the wife has an IUL, which stands for Index Universal Life. So we were kind of designing some things. They have been putting away a couple $100s per month just in a general savings account for the child. And for whatever reason, they didn't know they can get life insurance on their child, right? So we talked about, they saw one of my videos talking about the active plan and college funding. And keep in mind, they've been a client of mine for probably going on 5-6 years now. Amazing people. So long story short, we decided to go with an IUL for the young lady. And they're going to take that same $200 per month that they were putting in savings, and they're going to now just put that into their own savings, which is their cash value life insurance policy, where they have total control. So now when the child reaches college age, they have an opportunity to be able to take care of those college expenses, other expenses that'll come up that aren't necessarily things that are related to college tuition, things such as maybe she's going to have an apartment, maybe a car, buying computers and things of that nature. But they were really blown away when they saw that after college, they still keep this policy. So they were under the impression that this could only be used for college years. And that was it. I was like, no, this is very similar to your policy. It's just really designed to create funds towards college in terms of having money ready for college. So it's designed that way with cash value in mind. Although the child will, in addition to that, have a death benefit, but we know this young lady's going to live well into her hundreds, right? Far beyond when mom and dad will be here. But they were very excited when they saw that after college, when they need to maybe pay down loans for the cash, maybe they don't have enough cash value to cover 4 years of college. Just for, they may not have that then. But now they have a way to start paying on that loan right away versus going into what we call a deferment on your student loans. See, that's where people get in trouble. They get in trouble when they take these deferments out. The first thing you do is after college, the student loan bank starts calling you back. Okay, you got to start paying this $400 a month, but you can defer it. And they're like, well, wait a minute. What you mean? What does that mean? Oh, well, you don't have to pay on it right now. You can defer it for the next 3 to 4 years. Really? And it won't impact my credit at all? Nope, not at all. But they don't listen to anything beyond that. They don't listen to the part where the representative may say, but you should probably still pay the interest on the loan. They don't hear that. All they hear is, so you mean if I don't pay anything for the next 3 or 4 years, it won't impact my credit report, my credit score? No, not at all. And so they do just that. They don't pay anything. And now, fast forward 3-4 years later, you have to start paying on that loan. And guess what? The loan is double. See, that's where student loans become a monster. They've now doubled. Whereas though if you would have been paying just interest, maybe $100 per month, even though you don't have to pay, you could have just kept that loan from doubling. But when you talk to a young college graduate, they don't hear that. All they hear is, I don't have to pay, right? So the parents really love the fact that the way we have the policy set up, I think they're looking at a target of about $47,000 or so at college time and around 18 years of age. But college costs are averaging about $17,000 per year now. So you do the math, that's not enough to cover all 4 years of college, at that point. However, the cool part about it is if their child doesn't receive some type of scholarship, which she probably will, right? But let's just say she doesn't, and she has to get student loans. Now, mom and dad don't necessarily have to get those student loans in their name now. The daughter can get the student loans because, let's be frank, the interest rates on student loans aren't bad initially. They're not. They don't get bad until you can't pay after deferring it for 4 and 5 years, 3 and 4 years, or what have you. So now they have a plan, and with my active plan, where when she comes out of college, she's going to get loans if she doesn't get a scholarship. But now the minute she graduates, that $47,000 at age 22, 23, when she's going to be set to graduate, is well over $60,000 now, right? No, not enough to pay the whole student loan off, but they're going to immediately be able to gain control and get that bank away from them, get that student loan bank away from them. How do they do this? Her student loan Cost may be $300 per month. That's $3,600 per year. They can go right to their personal bank via their cash value insurance policy, and they can pull $10,000 out right now and pay the whole student loan for that year off and then some, right? So now for doing that, the daughter's working now. Instead of her paying on the loan, she just pays it back to the family banking system from the cash value insurance policy that her parents set up for her. So she's feeding their own family bank now. See how that works? Now year 2 comes, pay another $10,000. So you don't have, so the loan is not a problem at this point. The daughter's still paying, she may not be paying $300 a month. Maybe mom and dad just have her paying $150 a month towards the loan, because they're also still paying that $200 a month premium. Hey, maybe the daughter's paying all of that now, right? But what they really got excited about was student loans are paid for. They also love the fact that, you know, they're going to want to get their daughter an apartment. You know, things like that are going to come up. Maybe she wants her first car when she comes out of college. Now they can do that through their own family bank. Hey, they can go to their bank. Let's say they're banking with Navy Federal, for example. You know, daughter will have 700 credit scores, and you can go to the website and put your information in and see what the calculation is for having a $400 a month car note and how much you can get approved to borrow for. And for example, I did this with the client. I showed them, we went to the Navy Federal site and said, okay, let's say she wants to spend $400 per month on a car, and they pre-approve her for, let's say, $40,000. Now she can go ahead and get approved with Navy Federal, get a check from them, go get the car. Navy Federal is going to send her a bill. Okay, now you're paying us $400 per month. They can immediately go to their cash value bank, right? And if they want, they can pull the whole $40,000 out and pay the loan right off. They could have done that from the beginning. But the reason why I love the idea of getting approved through Navy Federal or whatever bank you bank with is we want to build trade lines. We want to build credit history for our kids, for these kids. But the beautiful part about that is she may make one payment to Navy Federal, you know, that month. Get it on a credit report, that's great. And then the next month, they've already gone to the family bank, pulled the balance out, be it $40,000, and paid it right to Navy Federal. Loan is reading paid in full with Navy Federal. And now that $400 note that she had with Navy Federal, she's going to now just continue to pay that to the family bank. That was all started with her college life insurance policy when she was 2 years old. Maybe they have an agreement where their daughter's not going to pay $400 per month. Maybe she's only going to pay $200 per month. But now they have control. They decide what they're going to do, not some bank sitting at the table, i.e. Navy Federal, saying, well, you owe us $400 per month. If you don't pay, we can do what? We can repossess the car, but most importantly, we can jack up your credit score. We don't have that problem now, because the insurance company is not going to be knocking on your door saying, hey, you didn't pay us $400 and you borrowed $40,000, you didn't pay us anything. No, because it's your money. You're just using the life insurance company's money for a small, simple interest rate to gain control. You have control. You decide what happens. If you are a parent, hit the link, get set up with an active plan. Let's meet about it. Let's talk about it. As little as $100 per month is going to impact your kid's future self. And even you as a parent, what is your future self going to look and expect from your current self to help yourself in the future? Hit the link, set an appointment up. Let's meet. Let's talk about it. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.